Happy New Year! Happy New Year! How you folks doing? Happy New Year 2021. We made it through. We made it through 2020. My God. That year flew by and crawled by all at the same time. Am I right? Am I right? I feel like I remember every single minute of 2020. And also, not much happened. A lot of exciting things happened. A lot of interesting things happened, but day to day, it kind of just felt like you were just dealing with the pandemic, dealing with the virus. Same old, same old. Not seeing my friends, not going out to restaurants, not performing on stage. Just same old, same old. 2021, we're going to change all that, right? Right? What virus? What virus? How you folks doing? I'm really glad that you're here with me today. Samantha Barley's life coach extraordinaire was telling me, hey, it's New Year's Day. Why don't you go live? And I was like, you know what? I did a live show yesterday. I've been doing a bunch of live show. I don't want to be boring people. I don't want to bother them. She's like, no, today is actually one of the better days to do it because everything's closed. There's nothing to do. And as I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that makes a little sense. That makes sense. I was like, Christmas Eve, very exciting, right? And then Christmas Day, even more exciting, right? New Year's Eve, it's exciting. It's so exciting. And New Year's Day, not so exciting. Am I right? Am I right? We went out for a walk today on Mount Royal in the snow. And it's fun. It was a nice day, warm, relatively speaking. To you Americans here, -2 is balmy weather. We went out walking on a mountain. It was I was just surprised by how few people were out. There were people out walking. And then as the day progressed, more and more people got there. I guess people are just being lazy, sleeping in. They were out late last night. But there weren't really, the energy wasn't there. And of course it's not because nothing's open. Nothing's going on. Plus this whole lockdown stuff. So I kept walking feeling like, is this what New Year's Day normally feels like? Yeah, New Year's Day normally feels like, bleh. What is there to do, right? You're just recovering from the night before, waiting to go back to work. Is it just me? Is anybody here chatting here? Who's chatting here? Joanne says, Happy New Year's Day, Peter. Oh, thank you so much, Joanne. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year's Day to you. But yeah, so she said, hey, go online. You'll give some people some entertainment. And I was like, huh, you know what? Yeah, okay, I think I'll do it. But I got to write some jokes. That was about 30 minutes ago. I got to write some jokes. What jokes am I going to say? I don't know what jokes I'm going to say. So anyway, I just wrote down some thoughts, and hopefully we'll get some jokes coming out. Look, a lot of this is open mic. You know this, folks, right? You know this, right? It's okay. First thing I learned for 2021, actually it's not the first thing I learned, but one of the first things I had to sort of reckon with is I like plants. In 2020, I fell more in love with plants than I ever have in my life. I have, how many plants do I have in my house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have at least 20 plants in my house. And you know what I learned about being a plant parent? Look, if people can have furry babies, I can be a plant parent, all right? Planned Parenthood. Yeah, I'm a part of Planned Parenthood. That's right. In order to be a plant parent, it's a little different than being an actual parent or the parent of an animal. I mean, it's a lot different. But in one ways, it's very specifically different, you got to take care of your dogs very well. You got to take care of your kids very well. But in order to be a plant parent, you got to accept being a plant serial killer, all right? This fell off one of my plants today. And I'm just saying, it feels like it's a sign the plant is going to be dead soon. It's going to go the way of 2020, all right? It's sad, okay? It's sad. But it's not so sad as seeing, the arm of a... Okay, let me not get so more... It's something you care about and lived and had a breathing heart, lost an arm. I'll just keep it ambiguous, You wouldn't be like, gotta get a new one, right? Gotta make a new baby. All right, didn't mean to go there. But with plants, you're like, you gotta accept just watching them die. And you try to save them, right? Does it need more water or less water? I go on the internet, right? You go on the internet. Hey, Peter, you got the bad guru, you got the internet. Go on the internet and figure out how to save your plant. Okay, so I go on the internet and go, oh, is your plant not good, looking good? Or is this leaves falling off? Does it look brown? Step one, you might be giving it too much water. You're like, oh my God. Okay, well, what else could be wrong? Well, what else could be wrong? Leaves are falling off, dried leaves, brown leaves. Oh, well, another problem could be you're giving it not enough water. What is that? How is it the symptom for too much water is exact same symptoms for not enough water? So here I am judging like, I don't know, did I put too much, not enough? Come on, right? That's like if you had a Boston Terrier, all right? One of those ugly Boston Terrier. I know, they're very cute dogs. All dogs are cute. Some dogs are cuter than others. It's a sliding scale. Basically, look, I'm going off track here. It's like having a Boston Terrier, and it's like not doing well. You know, it's not doing well. It's like vomiting all the time, and the doctor says, the veterinarian says, "Oh, your dog's vomiting. That's because you're feeding it too much, or you might be feeding it too little." Have fun. Go and figure it out. Experiment. It's tough. I love my plants. I name my plants. I mean, I used to name my plants before I had 20. I got Elon Musk over there. That plant, I don't know, it's in the middle of doing well, not doing well, all at the same time. But you can't kill it. You think it's going to die, and then, wow, it rises like a phoenix from the ashes. My Elon Musk over there is one of the first plants, if not the first time I got plants, I think I had that plant. I've had it for a while now. And it's always in the middle of, people are like, is that plant okay? Sam likes to ask me, is that thing okay? I think it needs water. I go, it might have too much water. I don't know what to do, Sam. She goes, why don't you go online and check it out? I've been online to check it out. Honestly, I didn't realize I was going to have this much to say about plants. I had a leaf that fell, and I just saw it just before the show, and it's fresh in my heart, okay? How you guys doing? What's going on there in the chat? We got Xander. Hey, Xander, how you doing? Happy New Year. I'm growing avocado and mango plants. Joanne is growing avocado and mango plants. Woof. If there's two things to grow, avocado and mango, oh, that's sweet. Can you imagine getting all the avocados and all the mangoes you want growing in your backyard? Joanne, let's switch places. You take care of my 20 plants, and I'll take care of your avocado and mango. In Mexico, in nice sunny Mexico. They switch. So what was I going to say? I was on track for saying something. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's see. This is where I write down my things on note cards because I lose my train of thought. New Year's Eve is boring. What are you doing this New Year's Day? New Year's Day is boring. How do you feel? What did you do today? Did you stay in bed? Did you laze around? I'm normally inside. Today I spent a lot of time outdoors. It was weird. Plant serial killer. Oh, yes. I want to talk to you. Okay, let's jump to... In the coming year, Bad Guru and Happy for Change are going to be tackling some big issues. And one of the first issues we're going to tackle is this whole thing with the black people in North America here, all right? I haven't forgotten George Floyd. And I haven't forgotten what's going on. And the whole spirit of racism, anti-racism, all that stuff going on. I haven't forgotten, okay? And in my heart, I really care. And I'm not going to say that I care because I'm experiencing some devastating effects. I never really felt racism from cops. Most times I've been stopped by police officers. I was in the middle of doing something I shouldn't have been doing. Now, do black people get more jaywalking tickets than white people? I don't know. Sometimes it feels that way, but I'm not taking a survey. And I'm jaywalking. So, one time I crossed the street, you got to pay attention to what's going on around you. I get to the street, and it was like a nice day, and there was a bunch of people around, young people, and I was just it was kind of like a side street thing. We weren't in any major area, this side street thing. And there's this tiny little street, and I get to the stoplight, and everybody's just standing here. And I'm like, why is everybody just standing here? This is a corner. Nobody ever just stands here. Nowhere down here are people just standing around at this corner. I lived 2 blocks away. Nobody's ever standing here. And I just like, these idiots, these stupid idiots just standing at the corner. What's wrong with them? So I get to the corner, I look around, I go, and I just cross the street and I just walk right into the open arms of a cop. That's right. And she looked at me, hi, how are you doing? Come, I'd like to talk to you. She was a nice, pretty cop. Okay, it didn't matter that she's pretty, except, I thought, oh, this pretty girl's waving at me. Come over, talk to me. And I was like, and it took me, again, a few seconds to realize she's a cop. The uniform of a cop should be bright red, don't you think? Bright red with like flashing neons, and a siren, a light that shoots up into the sky like the bat signal, saying, cop here, so we can do all our crime away from the cop. So I walked into the arms, she gave me a ticket, Is that racist? Oh my God, would you be giving me a ticket that was a white? I don't know, man. I think if you commit a crime right in front of a cop, walking toward a cop, they gotta stop you. I looked at her face. It's like, I could tell. She's like, I don't really want to do this. But I mean, everybody's going to see me not giving you a ticket. There's like 20 people. There's like 15 people on the other corner, like just 10 feet away. I got to give you a ticket, buddy. Come here. And she's all smiles. It was the best ticket I ever got for jaywalking. She was just smiled, very pretty cop. She was short. I've never seen a cop that short. There's nothing wrong with being short. Sam is short. Are short people... Is there something inherently wrong with them? Is some mutation in their gene? Are short people on this planet lesser human beings than tall people? I think so. But I'm not a scientist. So I'm probably right. Okay, I don't know why I went off on short people. I'm just in the mood, folk. I'm in a mood. And I'm in the mood to tackle issues, okay? I've never experienced racism like that, like with the cops, everything's fine. But other people seem to have. They seem to be, okay? And they're in dire straits, and they're talking about reparations and money, and trying to help the black community. And I got a plan to help the black community, okay? It's not going to do nothing about cops, at least not in the immediate term, but it's going to do a lot in order to inspire hope and bring wealth to black people. And we're going to do it in a way that's entertaining and fun. But before I get there, I know one of the criticisms I'm going to get is that I take racism lightly. I take racism lightly. Oh, this racism, you can't joke about it. You're talking about racism. Well, you know what? To me, racism is heavy. But compared to other things, it's like a 5-pound weight, all right? Do I want to be lugging around a 5-pound weight all day long? No. But, global warming, kind of a 100-pound weight, that one will crush you eventually. So, I don't know. On a scale of things, it's a spectrum, all right? But I'm not taking racism lightly. And I don't really experience it here in Montreal, Canada. I'm not in the United States. What's going on there seems to be really different. Really different. Like, I had a friend, and I found out that she was going to be driving cross country and passing through the United States. And I was like, ooh, that'd be fun to go and drive through the United States. And then I was like, but I'm black. Is it going to be as fun for me as for her? I don't know. So I don't know the state of affairs. But what I do know is that hate don't work on either side. But when I talk, I've been talking recently about not hating and about just a different way forward, not to succumb to fear and hate. But I have to sort of respect the way people are feeling. I do. It matters. And what I want from them, is not in their heart. In their heart, you can harbor hate here, okay? You can harbor fear and hate right there if you want to. I don't know if that's good, but you can do it right there. But up here, in your mind, logically, intellectually, I think we should practice, in 2021, let's practice intellectual forgiveness. I remember watching a stand-up comedy special, Dave Chappelle. And he was talking about the story about apartheid in Africa. In Africa, I don't know all the details there, but there's a race issue there. And they recognize that if the system is racist, if the system is flawed, then everybody who's subject to the system is a victim of it on both sides, the perpetrators and the victims. We're all a product of the system that we're existing in. And so on some intellectual level, we can recognize, look, if this person's racist, right? Babies aren't born racist. I've met a few racist babies. There's some babies, you pick them up, they just start crying. And you got to think to yourself, is this a racist baby? Has this baby been exposed to other black people? I'll tell you they're racist dogs. I'll tell you that. Walk up to a Boston Terrier, I can always tell if they haven't seen a black person before, because they don't bark at you. They don't nip at you. They just stare at you. Like something's wrong with the fabric of reality. Like the color scheme is off, you know? It's like when you look at the moon and it's red, you're like, huh? What's going on there? And dog just looking. And some babies do that too. They're just like, what is that? Mommy and daddy don't look like that. What is that? What is that? What is that? No, I'm black. They reach out. I like that type of racism, you know? But some babies are like, rah, rah. I think some babies piss themselves on purpose when I'm holding them because they're racist. They're like, here, take some piss. Oof. That sounded vulgar. Real vulgar. Hey, take some piss. Okay, it's better when you say it in a baby voice. Here, take some piss. Peeing on you, oh, you black person. Wouldn't a racist baby be adorable? I would totally love to know for a fact that a baby was racist. Wouldn't you like to know that? Behold, the racist baby, right? You hold up a picture of Brad Pitt, and baby's like, you hold up a picture of Morgan Freeman, just pisses all over the place. I was going in another direction, and here we are. Piss stained area here. Is everybody? Have you all just left? Are you all just gone? I'm doing comedy into the void, people. Into the void. Because I don't see you. You're looking at me, but I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at a camera lens like this, and it don't laugh. It don't even giggle. Not a, that's funny. Nothing. I'm getting nothing. Oh my God, is Xander still watching this? I'm talking about pissing racist babies, and Xander's watching this? I'm a monster. Xander is a little guy, big guy, young man. Way too young to be hearing what I'm saying. Xander, what I want is for people to adopt intellectual forgiveness. Not to forgive them in your heart. You can hate on them all you want. But in your mind, come on, we all go to work, right? You go to work and there's somebody you just freaking hate and all you want to do is punch them in the face, but you don't. Because intellectually, you know it's far better to treat them nicely than to deal with the problem of conflict, right? Right? You can hate them in the heart. Oh, Deborah, why do you have to eat garlic every morning, Deborah? You hand her mince in the morning. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't eat mince. Deborah, if there's anybody who should be eating mince, it's you. Don't you know they're bad for your health? I hope they're bad for your health. Here's some more. All right. Am I thinking of someone specific? Yes, I am. Intellectual forgiveness. This was supposed to be the part of this whole thing where I was serious and meaningful and communicated something professional to you. Intellectual forgiveness is a principle we should adopt for 2021 so that we can move forward finding solutions to problems without being bogged down by the hate and fear in our hearts. But instead, I'm talking about racist babies. I don't know. I like it. You guys get what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying to forgive racism, but we have to sort of rise above it by accepting that everybody who's part of the system is subject to the system. They're also a victim. And the person is not just born racist. They become racist because they've been taught that, because of being exposed to that, because of ignorance. And so if you can't forgive people because of ignorance, then what can we forgive? You know, sometimes, at some point, after I don't know how many years, they let murderers out of jail. Murderers. They're like, it's been 34 years, you've served your time. You can serve your time for murder. I think you can serve your time a little bit for racism, all right? 2020, that was the whole sentence, okay? Now let's find some way of making people not racist. Not of getting rid of all the racists, just making those racists not racist by giving them knowledge and information, by giving them experience, by persuading them so that they can voluntarily come to where we are. So one of the things I want to do is I want to help make black people successful, more successful than ever. And one of the ways that I want to do that is to bypass the traditional funding system. You know, I don't know if you know anything about funding an idea or anything like that. You got to go to the bank. You got to go to investors. You got to do Series A, Series B, Series C. You got to have college degrees. It's a whole mountain you got to climb in order to get money from investors. Okay. in order to move forward. But we don't have to go to banks anymore. We don't. Not everybody has to do that. We have crowdfunding. Do you know Kickstarter.com? Kickstarter.com. If you don't know that, it's a crowdfunding platform for creative ideas. And I don't know. The last time I checked, there were $2 billion raised. It's probably way more now, but $2 billion raised for projects that would have never seen the light of day but for Kickstarter.com. It's just regular people like you and I who went onto that website, found projects that they found good, and donated their money to it so that that person can realize their creative project. It wasn't for business ideas, not really. It was for creative projects, but wow, absolutely fantastic. And crowdfunding really should be the way we fund things, right? Directly with the people. If you can make a pitch to people, and then it's not that one person has to give you $100,000. It's that 100,000 people give you $1. Right? 50,000 people give you $2. And so if I donate $1, $2, $5 to something and it doesn't pan out, who cares? And then you don't have to be on the hook for some loan that you took, paying interest on it. Right? Crowdfunding is definitely the way of the future. Going to the bank and getting loans and getting investors, what a terrible way to fund an idea. And complicated. And limiting to people who, like black people who might, I don't know the stats, but maybe don't go to college as much, or not as educated, or not as capable, or not in those circles. I don't know. They were just as capable, but you know what I'm talking about. Disadvantage in some way. So I want to start, Happy for Change is going to use the Making Millionaire principle in order to make black people millionaires. And people go, oh, $1 million, why do they need $1 million? You don't need $1 million, but we can start there for sensational reasons for it to be exciting. So we're going to make some black millionaires. And the question I have for you is, who should be the first black millionaire? We're picking a date in February. This February coming up, we're going to make someone a black millionaire. We're going to do it. We are going to do it. And all we have to do is get enough people together who are willing to give $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 towards a specific person and making them, bam, a millionaire. Oh, I want to see that in the news. Don't you? God. Why do I have to have all the great ideas? All the great ideas are stuck up here. They're amazing ideas. And that one, it's spicy. It's good, man. You don't even have to add any more sauce to that thing. You can eat it. Mwah! The way it comes off the stove. Perfectly cooked. Let's make a black millionaire. Who should it be? Who should it be? If you could make any black person a millionaire, who would you choose? Maybe not the specific person, but what criteria would you use? You see, I think it shouldn't matter who we give it to. Just give it to any random person, right? Just give it to any random person. Because you don't want the pressure of getting $1 million. Can you imagine 400,000 people come together, they give you $5 each. Here you got your $1 million. And now all those people are like watching you for what you're going to do with that money. Oh my God, who wants that pressure? Who wants that pressure? I don't want that pressure. So I don't think it should really matter who we give it to. What really matters is that we make a black millionaire. It reminds us of our own power. But we're going to have some criteria of who to give it to. At first I thought, hey, let's give it to some entrepreneurs, right? Let's give it to some black folk who are business minded. Maybe already have businesses and that $1 million can take them to the next level, right? So that they can create jobs, hire more people in their communities, and produce a product or service that can draw in money, maybe even from out of state, even from internationally, just draw in money, right? They're selling a product, they're providing service that's helping the world. They can draw in money to their communities, right? And pay their taxes and spend their money and buy houses, et cetera, right? So I said, hey, let's give it to an entrepreneur who's going to suck in some money for their community and build jobs and be an example, a role model for the people who are around them. That's good. I think I like that. Who should that entrepreneur be? It could be a hairdresser. It could be an app developer. It could be, I don't know who, right? Who should it be? I don't know. Or it can just be like just a black person, like a rand person. It could be a single mother of 3 kids, who's struggling to get by, and you give her $1 million. She's not going to be producing any jobs, but who cares? Because the point is not what they're going to do with the money. Look, there's white people out there with millions of dollars who ain't doing crap, right? A lot of unproductive white people with money. So why can't there be unproductive black people with money? Wouldn't that be fair? Fair is fair, all right? Not everybody has to be a whiz with money and be able to produce jobs. So let's just give it to anybody. I don't know. Pick a name out of a hat. I don't know. You tell me. What do you think? I'm very curious. I want you to challenge me on this idea. You show me where I'm wrong. If you find where I'm wrong and I can't rebuttal what you're saying, I will give you $1,000. I will give you 100. $1. I will fist bump you. Yeah, man, you got me. I will a free fist bump through the camera, not physically touching, not physically, for safety reasons. It's dangerous. Have you heard of COVID-19? You get it through fist bumps. You do. Gotta be careful. Show me where I'm wrong. You show me where I'm wrong. You show me where I'm wrong, and I will tattoo Samantha Barley. I will tattoo Samantha Barley in her sleep, okay? I'm going to tattoo "I was wrong" on her back. Yeah, that's right. That's how committed I am to this idea. And Samantha, she's in on it. She knows I'm not wrong. She's not afraid. She's not afraid. Look, she's texting me right now. She's saying Peter is absolutely right. I will 100% allow him to tattoo me because he's 100% not wrong. I believe in him. I believe in Bad Guru. That's what she said. Hand of God. I swear to God. I swear on all things holy. She said that, and I will tattoo her if you prove me wrong. But you're not going to. You're not going to. Because I had all of 2020 to think of this idea. All right, I'm having a little fun here. Can you tell? All right. Intellectual forgiveness, racism. All right. Who should be a millionaire? That's the last card. What else should we talk about? I think that's it for me, folks. Did I entertain you? Did you have some fun? Right? Did you have some fun? I know I had some fun. It felt real good. I'm going to go eat some food and watch Harry Potter. The fourth movie, I think it is, Goblet of Fire. I'm halfway through. Very excited about it. Harry Potter, ooh, I love it. It's funny, in the first like 3 movies of Harry Potter, 2-3 movies, you're in Hogwarts, there's like almost no black people. Literally, I'm counting black people in Harry Potter. There's like 3 in the first movies. 3. Like a couple of them are in a position of power, but you know, 3 of them. Just a sea of white people. And in 4, like all the ethnic people start popping up. There's an Asian love interest. There's black people everywhere. There's brown shades of color everywhere. It's really funny. It's like all of a sudden, Hogwarts, what happened? Where were those kids a few movies ago? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I'm watching movies and there's a bunch of white people, a bunch of black people, whoever. I don't care. I care that the story is good. What I care most about is that more people can make movies. Why the hell are there movies? There are movies that are coming out like 5 stars on IMDb. Terrible movies, huge budgets, terrible movies. How do you make a terrible? I watch Mulan. 2020 live action Mulan on Disney Plus, and it had a rating of 5.3 at the time that I watched it. It should have been closer to 3 stars. It made absolutely no sense. It was totally nonsensical. Why did I start talking about this? Racism, black people around, colored people. I don't care if there's Asian people or white people or whatever. I don't care. I just care that more movies are getting made. Why? Oh, that's right. Why are you making such bad movies? How the hell do you get $20 million, $30 million you're making a bad movie? Can you not run the movies by someone else before you release them to the public? At least some part. Just run it by somebody who's not involved with the movie. I mean, there are YouTube critics that are better at judging movies and what the hell is coming out here. Send a few screeners to these folks. Hey, does this movie make sense? Or is it total dog crap? Is it dog dookie? Tell us honestly. How do you spend millions of dollars? George Clooney is in the movie. It just got released on Netflix. I think it's called Midnight. I forget what it's called. But I look it up. It's 5 stars, five something stars. How is that even possible? You give me $30 million, I will give you a kick-ass movie. I will give you such a good movie. I'm really bothered by this. This is not at all what I planned on talking about tonight, but I'm really bothered. It's like, what if you had a business, a hair salon, app, whatever it is, and you gave them $30 million, and then they produced a business that was terrible, a product or service that was terrible. They'd be out of business, right? But if you're a movie studio, you can pump out dookie after dookie after dookie. After this whole racism thing and this Black Lives Matter and the Black Money Matters and helping black people, I'm going to tackle the movie industry because somebody's got to take them down a peg. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Does it seem to you that I'm far more passionate about this movie issue than I am about black people? I'm so glib. I'm so glib when it comes to racism. But when it comes to bad movies, I'm like, hate him, hate him, I hate him. Anywho, I'm going to go watch Harry Potter, eat some Indian food. Can you tell I don't want to leave? Okay, I don't want to bore you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Go to youtube.com/happyforachange. Go to facebook.com/happyforachange. Like and subscribe. Hit that little bell so that you know when I go live. We're going to be taking 2021 by storm. And by February, by the end of February, we're going to make a black millionaire. And all you got to tell me is, who should it be? That's it. And we're going to make our first black millionaire, our second one, third one, 10, 50. And we're going to start realizing, oh my God, we have power. You have power. We matter. And we can use social media to do things that are far better than sharing cat videos. Far better than making Justin Bieber famous. We can use social media to do absolutely incredible things. Alternative funding for black folk. Making millionaire principle. And changing the way we do everything. My name is Bad Guru. I really appreciate your attention. You could have been looking at anything else, but you're watching me right now, and I appreciate that. Have a nice night. Happy New Year. And when your plants die, say a little prayer to them and let them go. And forgive yourself in your heart. And if you can't do it in your heart, do it intellectually. Bye, Deborah. You were here for such a short time, but I loved you. Maybe that's what's killing my plants. Maybe you shouldn't French kiss them. All right. See you guys.